Now, greetings and welcome to another episode of Wellness Men Mastery. I'm your host, Kyle Williams, and today we have a very special guest, popular recording artist known as Prestige Ali.
Unless, unless, yeah. Many times I face the ultimate stress, but I shall never feel like
Now, though we would love to have a performance, he is here to primarily to share his experience with a cancer scare and how it
Yep.
impacted his life and what us men can learn from his experience. All right.
Mhm.
Now, Mr. Prestige Ali,
Yep.
welcome to Wellness Men Mastery, and how are you doing?
Thanks for having me, bro, in the first place. I'm doing good.
Please walk us through the initial point at which you made the decision to get a checkup.
Well, first of all, I'm the type of person who, was very health conscious in terms of the way I eat, exercise, and all these things. But before the whole thing happened, I was having some urinary issue just going out of nowhere, and I decided to go to my doctor. Then my doctor recommend a urologist, and what happened was after they did X-ray and all this stuff what they usually do to test what's going on with certain things. It showed a tumor in my bladder that was suggesting cancer, bladder cancer. And they recommended surgery. After surgery, they remove a tumor. It turned out that it wasn't cancer, but it was something that they have never seen before. So they have them puzzled for a whole month. Like they want to make sure. A couple of doctors said that in their 30-something years of practicing, they never seen anything like that still. So it's the reason why I went public for men especially to visit the doctor, check the doctor, because a lot of times things happening, and when you get to the stage of no return, if they would have checked, the doctor every 6 months or even a year, then they would have seen stuff in the initial stage, and it would have been easier to cure or treat, and stuff. So I just thought I just went public and let experience with women. They'll go to the doctor as soon as anything happens. Like they feel a little pain or anything. But us man, we don't really join the doctor thing, especially a thing called prostate. You understand the stigma behind that and all of that. So yeah, that was basically it.
No, I definitely appreciate your take. You said a couple of things in there that I'm glad that you touched on, because you said you were eating well and you're usually very health conscious, right? And even though you had all of that going on and you're taking good care of your health and you're monitoring it yourself, you
Mhm.
still took it upon yourself to go to the doctor. And of course you also touched on the stigma that man a man, and we don't need to go to the doctor. That is a woman thing and all of that, right? So
Yeah.
that is another thing that I really appreciate that you touched on. When they found the tumor and told you about it, what was going through your head?
Scary, like back up with nervous, but at the same time, I just know just something in there was just telling me, you're gonna be good, bro. Like a little voice was telling me that. Because I've strong faith in the Most High too. That's the reason why one of my song, my most popular song now, Born Bless, I made that song because I have a lot of close calls. And I just know I was just gonna be good. So that probably the reason why it's like every puzzle these doctors, you know, like they never seen anything like that. Like it's look and everything to do with cancer, but it's not cancer. It's trying it. And I said, cancer, me? It's like in the same sentence. But then it turned out to be, you know, my fate would have it, you know.
Well, your faith definitely pulled through, and I suppose for those who can't necessarily lean as faith as strongly as you did, that they might not be able to find that degree of solace. I would like to ask you now, what role, right, did your support system, our friends, our medical professionals played, or how did they contribute to your journey?
Yeah, I have my wife, my daughter. They, you know, they stood by me, you know, from going to the doctor in the hospital, the surgery, and family who usually never, you know, support me in many ways. They got a wake-up call from this as well. They came around and they called me on the phone, and you know, because this is like, you know, it kind of hit home. So they see how serious and me being a good guy, you know, they say, that's the time they say, wow, this guy's really a good guy, you know, and, you know, we have to really support him because this is serious. So, you know, I just think this thing just did happen for a reason. Well, the ones them that keep calling and checking up or continue to stood by me and all of that. So that's how I differentiate it.
What advice could you give to somebody who is trying to support somebody through that experience?
Just be there for them and just tell them everything is gonna be all right, because you see, certain energy is real, positive energy. Just let them know, you know, and call them up and stay by them, check up on them and all of that. It goes a long way, you know. Instead of being negative, don't be negative, I would say, to sum it up, you know. It's doctor visit and all of that, you know, keep up with the appointment, you know, because some people hear the big C and just get discouraged. So you're gonna definitely need a support system. You know, just don't stay with the negative ones, just stay away from them.
So the onus is also on you as a person who is going through the experience to, you know, ensure that you surround yourself with positive influences and people who you recognize to really have your best interests at heart. No, I definitely understand and appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, man. So now, how has it influenced your approach to wealth and well-being?
I continue to, you know, keep on that path, because to tell the truth, I think that's another thing why it never turned out to be the worst. You know, because of the way I usually, you know, my lifestyle then. And so of course I'm gonna continue on that path. Exercise, stay away from certain food, and overall just take care of yourself, bro, because it's crazy out there right now. All these diseases and stuff, they're on the rise, and you can starve them or you can feed them, you know, and they have a lot to do with food, you know.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot to do with your diet. Do you have an intent to use a platform as a recording artist to spread awareness through projects or music to the wider audience so they can benefit more from your experience?
Oh, 100%. You know, I even was thinking the other day that maybe the most I took me through with this to say, listen, you're doing music and this is what happening in your community. You need to start, informing and telling the community, your peers, to that this is vital. And the first step I made was I was talking to a publicist and he said, you know what, you need to tell the masses, go public with this story. And I will continue. I will definitely continue to do this because, like I said, you don't even the music community. A lot of time it have a lot to do with them not taking care of themselves. They just on tour and they're not eating right, not getting the right exercise and all these things. So, of course, I will 100% keep pushing health and wellness. And I believe is a must that take me through that to spread the message.
And another thing that I would like to give you a lot of props for is you obviously live in a very busy space, right? Yet still you're able to find time to exercise, and you're still able to find time to eat well, and you're monitoring your diet and all of that. And as men, right, you're being told that you're supposed to be a provider and all of that, so you take the back burner in a lot of the cases, or men tend to take that back burner and don't really pay attention to their own health and what they're going through, or taking care of themselves. So I don't know if you'd like to expound on that.
I wouldn't have it any other way. That's vital, and that's why I'm spreading the message. Say it's men mostly because it's us. Man don't like doctor and them kind of thing there. And I think the message have been heard, because even people coming up to me in the street and tell me, oh yeah, the other day I was watching a video on how long they haven't been to the doctors, and because of that they went and check up and they have another appointment and all of that. I say, okay, that's good. That's good. I definitely know this has something to do with God. Say, listen, you know what, you're doing music for a minute. How about spread health and wellness? So yes.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Now, before we go, I would like you to tell us where we can find you and what you have going on. You have any new projects, tour dates, anything like that?
The latest song that I have right now is called "They Don't Know," and it's the follow-up of the most popular one, "Born Blessed," presently. And yes, we're working on a couple of tours and shows and stuff. So just the masses can just stay tuned.